Hey guys, and welcome to Shade and the City. I am your girl Treese, and we are here to get into Beyond the Gates, Season 1, Episode 22. And let me just say, I'm going to start off by I feel a ways because I purposely did not watch live because I wanted to go back so I didn't have to rush and try to get all the notes, and I wanted to be able to stop and start and whatever. So I was waiting for it to, come up online after the 2 p.m. showing, and it's not online on the CBS, and I feel a ways. Okay. So y'all let me know. Did I miss something? Did it not come on today? Or did they just not put it up yet? Because I was gonna give y'all a combination recap, but yeah, so be on the lookout. I guess if there was another episode today, yeah, I'll drop it whenever they drop it on the online. Oh, I'm fuzzy. All right, y'all. So if you haven't already, please make sure that you've hit that like button. Make sure that you guys are subscribed as well. And y'all, let's get into it because it was good. It was real good, of course. But yeah, and let's get shady. So how's everybody doing on this happy Friday? And let me just say, I don't know where y'all are at, but if you want to drop it in the comments and let me know. But the weather is pretty nice. I mean, the sun could be out, but it's not. But it's about a good 70 something in the DMV area. And I was literally just on the phone with one of my coworkers who is in New Hampshire, and he said it was gonna snow tomorrow. And I said, what in the world is going on? So y'all let me know where y'all are watching from, and how's your weather today, So yeah, let's jump right into it. We see Nicole. My bad, y'all. I'm getting my whole, get my diffuser going, my sense. It's a whole experience when I get up here. Okay. I need to have my chi going. Okay. So anyway, we see Nicole. She's come over to see Danny, and of course, Danny's wallowing. So she lets Danny know that Chelsea's told her about the news, and and actually told her that Danny was supportive. And Danny basically tells her, look, that was fake. Okay. I'm a good actress. And y'all, please forgive me if y'all hear noise in the background. I am not only have my child who is home from school today, but I also have Nels' child. Okay. I'm on auntie duty. Okay. So while she is out of town. So you hear any noises because they playing. And you know what? I can't even be mad because at least they're staying out of my way. Right. They're not arguing. They're not fighting. So yeah. All right. So Nicole is basically still in disbelief that she's quitting modeling. Danny admits that, it's very hard to let her go. And so Nicole asks about, the broken frame, the frame photo of Danny that she keeps staring at. And Danny tells her that someone else did it. And she just hasn't gotten it fixed. And she feels like it's, jagged and broken, just like her. So then Nicole offers to help her put it back together. And Danny talks to Nicole about how she fell for Bill. We go down this memory lane, of course. I fell for Bill so hard and so quickly. And, how could I? And look, Nicole's like, I think that you have a love addiction. You have codependency issues. And she starts going through all the symptoms, and Danny's like, check, 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 check. So, and so Nicole asked her if there was a time when she thought about her dreams and they didn't involve Bill. So yeah, Nicole asked her if she remembers a time where, she had dreams and it didn't involve Bill. Danny says no. All my dreams are about Bill. Ever since I met Bill, everything has been about him and his dreams. Okay. And so Nicole reminds her that basically he just kept on using you until he used you up. That's what he did. Okay. And so She's like, and then he tossed you to the side when he was done with you and he was no longer in love with you. So Nicole encourages her, like, you should get out, meet some new people, find somebody who actually values and will appreciate you. You still a baddie. I mean, she didn't say that verbatim, but I'm giving you my version, right? And so Nicole tells Danny that basically, and even this is what I love. I wish she would have led with this, but she tells her to stop worrying about Bill. But she says, I really need you to date yourself and find out what makes you happy. That should have been the first thing that she said, if you ask me. Because although, yes, she's pining away, but like Danny said, she got somebody to scratch her itch. She needs to find herself. Danny basically lets her know that she wants Bill back. Okay. She said that, she doesn't know anything else. And I said, I am so tired of hearing you say this. But anyway, so then meanwhile, we jump over to Uptown where Haley is in Naomi's face asking her what she's doing and wants Naomi to hear her out. And shout out to one of our viewers, Jesse Love, because yes, we both agreed that I remember I had went on the whole rant about Brooke Logan, and we both agreed that yes, although Brooke was terrible like Haley, she stood on hers a little bit better in Haley, and that's what I want to see from her, and that's what Haley gave us. She gave us a little bit of both, but she kind of still gave us that little, well, this is what it is, and I was like, I was kind of here for it. She irritated me, but I was still here for it. I said, okay, embrace your inner villain, because that's what it is. All right, let's just call a thing a thing. So yeah. So she tells her that, not only is she suing her father, but she also works at the firm. So it affects her as well. And I don't know why she thought Naomi would give a damn, right? So Naomi lets her know that one of her clients didn't receive a promotion and reminds Haley that conveniently she did because she was sleeping with her daddy. Okay. And so Haley believes she earned her promotion. And Naomi questions, did she do that on her back? Spread it wide. I'm just saying, land it to the side. I'm just saying. So Haley ignores her comment and tells her that aside from her hurting her father, she's hurting other people that work there. Haley talks about how they used to be best friends. And hold on, I'm sorry, I'm getting into my inner Haley. They used to be best friends, and tells her that, her clients are disgruntled employees looking for a payout. Okay. And Haley claims Mike has always been nice to her. And Naomi says, that's because you were too busy sleeping with my daddy. So yeah, of course, you might not have been harassed or experienced that because you were doing other things. And then basically Naomi has to remind Haley that regardless of what you think or your experience with Mike, that wasn't these women's experiences. Okay. Haley tells her that her anger towards Bill is clouding her judgment. And then she goes on to say that they have a great life. And the only regret is that Naomi is not in it. And I said, is that not weird, sis? That we went from friends and now you want to be my stepmom? Is that not some weirdo I know we're not 15 minutes in, so I'm gonna try, but like, Haley, come on. Okay. She says that, I felt like we were sisters. That's why I was like, that's weird. Naomi checks her real quick and lets her know she is not her sister and that she has a sister and her name is Chelsea. Okay. And she also lets her know that Chelsea is now suffering because Haley broke up her parents. Okay. And so Haley tells her that she can't deny that their friendship was real. And Haley is a piece of work, okay? And so Naomi tells her the friendship was an illusion that she created to get to her father. And I don't know about y'all. And of course, drop down in the comments and let me know what you think. But I'm really starting to think that this whole Haley is her mom abandoned her, resented her, her daddy is gone, and she's like this orphan supposedly that came out of nowhere and met Naomi. And I'm starting to believe that we're gonna find out it absolutely was planned and this was a motive, and she absolutely befriended this girl so she could hunch on Bill. I absolutely think this was her plan. And I feel like maybe I'm wrong. Y'all let me know. Um, so Haley tells her that, the situation wasn't premeditated, and that, she just fell in love. Y'all, I can't. Naomi tells her she's angrier with her than she is her father. She's like, it's one thing for my father to betray my mother, but you betrayed me. There is no sense of loyalty. Okay. Haley says that the friendship was real, and she continues to say she can't help falling. She said, could it be I'm falling in love? And I was like, stop, Haley. Stop. Okay. Like, that's what she was giving. So Naomi asked, regardless of falling in love, why she wouldn't just do the right thing. She reminds her, look, my daddy was married and you could have kept your drawers on. Yes, Naomi. Um, and so Haley thinks Naomi is being judgmental, as she should. And Haley tells Naomi she's playing with the I'm sorry. So she tells her she's being judgmental, and that she's playing with the law and bringing a frivolous lawsuit because she's mad her dad fell in love with her. She tells Naomi she didn't realize she was so petty. And Naomi tells her that she's meeting her dad in the sewer where he is, with her. I love this was definitely my favorite scene of this episode. Okay. So Haley warns her that she won't win this and tells her, don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Okay. Naomi has to remind her that it is something, and it's sexual harassment and discrimination. And Haley warns her they will crush her in court and put her little firm out of business. And I said, okay, Haley. This is where I said, okay, stand in your inner villain. I can sit here with you. What I can't do is the could it be I'm falling in. I can't play that game with you. Okay, I can't play that game with you because it was wrong. No matter how you try to look at it, no matter what you tell us, it was wrong. All right. So then we see Smitty. And we know where we left off last episode. Evan had came and dropped the BOMB on Martin and Smitty, and let him know that Martin was speaking up for him and told him or declined a job offer. So Smitty tells Evan that Martin didn't know what he was talking about. Okay. And he absolutely is interested. He tells him, look, my schedule suddenly opened up, and tells him, but I will talk it over with Martin because, they make family decisions together. And I said, mm. So Evan tells him he understands, but hopes that he's going to get back to him ASAP because, he wants him for the job. So after Evan leaves, Martin tells Smitty that he can, I can explain. And obviously Smitty wants an explanation. Of course. So Martin says that he didn't think it was the right opportunity for Smitty. And, he was afraid of losing him to work. And so Smitty brings up kind of like how I don't get any of your devoted time for real because you're always working. Oh, like that. Like that. Okay. And basically Smitty's like, you know what? I think it's you just don't think my work is important for real, for real. And he wants to understand, why Martin is keeping secrets. And so Martin tells him that, basically he was scared to tell him about the whole, wanting to run for president because he felt like, oh, of course he wasn't going to agree with the plan and not be up for it. And Smitty asked him if there's any other secrets that he's keeping from him. And of course, we know Martin lies and tells him no. And they talk about, he's like, oh, Smitty's like, I think you don't understand, how much I care about or how much journalism means to me. And, and he's like, and I don't know how I ended up as a stay-at-home dad because that's not what I wanted. And Martin is like, oh, but you're the better parent. That's how you ended up because you're the better parent. And he's like, no, I'm not. I just put in the time and you could do the same thing. And I was like, and Smitty has been saying this for a while. And I don't know I don't think it's any different just because they're a gay couple. I know for just any couple in general, when you feel like your partner is checked out, or at least for me, if you feel like I feel like it's very unattractive to see someone not really be into or involved with their kids, in my opinion. Whether you married to them, with them, like, or just co-parenting with them, it's not attractive to see someone who's not really into their kids. So, and I really, on top of the fact that now he don't want them to do anything, like get a job so he could not be there for his kids even more. I don't know. Y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what you think. But I think Smitty is starting, and that's unattractive to Smitty, is what I'm saying. Okay. But Martin tries to gaslight him again, and tells him he doesn't want the kid's stability to be affected. And Smitty provides that. So Smitty tells him that, look, running for president is more of an adjustment than me going back to work. And so, he's like, I can pretty much work from home. Whereas, yeah, no, all the attention and stuff and that's why Martin's like, and that's why you can't go to work, because we need you there for the kids, because we need to protect them at all costs. It's family first. And I was like, it's the extreme gaslighting, gaslitation. I just made that up. Okay. For me. All right. Then we see Kat call Ted and tells him that she wants to invite her parents to dinner. She leaves but what she's doing is she leaves a camera in her mama's office to keep an eye on Eva. And I said, I love me some Kat. And shout out, I believe her real name is Colby. Shout out to Colby. I started following her on TikTok, and I dropped in her comments, and she actually replied back. And I thought that was so cute. So yeah, shout out to Colby for that. I thought that was really cute. And I was just telling her, I was like, you're my favorite character on the show. But yeah, so anyway, so she sends an email from Nicole's computer asking Eva to come by. So then we see Leslie, Dana, Sherry, whoever you want to call her, because we're going to get another one and another one. All right. And they're reminiscing on hard times. And Leslie tell her she regrets, Ted making her leave town and keeping his dirty little secret. And Eva's like, bitch, I'm right here. That's me. And so obviously Leslie realized, and she's like, no, I'm sorry. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant at all. No, bitch, that's what you meant. And so Leslie says she can't wait to expose Ted at, Ted and Nicole's anniversary party. Eva thanks her for, being such a devoted mother. And then they talk about how terrible her stepfather, Alan, was. And apparently he was an awful husband too, because it sounds like Leslie didn't half-ass like him herself. Okay. And so basically Leslie tells her how much of a priority she's always been her priority. And Eva says, well, you're a priority for me too. And that's why I think that we should think about this plan that you got. And I think that we should hold off on trying to publicly embarrass Ted. And I think that we should kind of pull him to the side and let him know this information. I think us as viewers, we're kind of like, we know Eva is concerned because he knows Ted don't with her, that's going to rub off and he's not going to want to have a relationship with her. But of course, Leslie is like, oh no. And I need you to stick to the plan. And, Ted would pay to make this all go away. And, and so Eva's like, oh, conveniently gets a text from Nicole, which we know is Kat, or the message. And she's like, oh, I gotta go. She's asking me to go, to the house, log out of these hospital accounts. And so Leslie feels like, Nicole is too privileged to basically to do it herself. And she's like, well, I work for her. And if you want the plan to go as planned, I need you let me go to work. Okay. And so basically Leslie tells her, well, yeah, we're going to stick to the plan. All right. Because we still putting Ted on blast at the anniversary party. All right. Now we see Malone. He's acting really crazy, like really suspicious. And Jacob clocks it immediately because he's bringing him coffee and being all nice. And he, basically he doesn't apologize, but he basically Jacob wants to know what's up. So he's like, basically, I was hazing you and, you passed the test. So, he's like, so from now on, you're going to see a gentler side of me. Okay. So Jacob is like, look, that's bullshit. And, he's like, what's really up? And so, Malone is like, once upon a time, I was just like you. And he was like, nah, I don't believe that. And he's like, look, you're a rookie and I'm just trying to protect you. And Jacob's like, I'm not buying what you're selling. And so finally, he's like, I know that you're putting on. So Malone tells him, be himself and to never look the other way, and which causes Jacob to bring up, oh, how you looked the other way when we were surveilling Joey Armstrong. Okay, y'all don't even realize, thank God I'm recording this and it's not alive, but if you realize how many times I've had to keep stopping to get through this recap because of these kids. Okay, but yeah, so Eva, so Kat is actually at Uptown waiting for Eva to take the bait. Leslie walks in another wig and a terrible accent, okay, and introduces herself as Anna. Anna. Okay. She tells Kat they have a mutual acquaintance, which is Eva. Okay. And Kat looks displeased and doesn't understand why. First of all, you said Eva, so we have nothing to talk about, right? And she says that, she was a good friend of Eva's mom who passed away. So Kat tells her she still doesn't think it's smart to be discussing her mother's employees with a whole stranger. And Anna tells her that she thinks that it's destiny that they cross paths. Anna tells her that Eva let her know that, she was unhappy at her job. And Kat says that, well, she's a temp. And if she don't like it, she can quit. And she ain't even got to give notice. Bye, girl, bye. Okay. And so Anna lets her know, no, it's not that. Eva really enjoys her job. It's you, bitch. It's you. Okay. And so and look, Eva Kat is like, look, she's out of her element for working for someone as high profile as my mother. Um, and so Anna's like, well, okay, I just wanted to make sure she's not being sensitive or being paranoid. Um, and it was like, I don't care what it is. I'm not here to be she's there to do a job. I'm not here to be her bestie. Um, and she's like, well, maybe I can just help, resolve things and maybe you can get to know her better. And if you feel like she isn't good for the job, maybe you could help her out. And she's like, but you're choosing not to. And why is that? And Kat is like, I'm not the problem. Eva is. Okay. I Kat's better than me. I understand this is soap opera. She gave her more conversation than I would have ever. Okay. So then we actually see Eva at Nicole's home and she's admiring all the things. Okay. When Ted walks in and catches her. And so she asks if she's just putting something back in place. And Ted tells her how everyone thinks that she's just doing an amazing job. Eva lets it be known that Kat despises her. Kat don't feel like that. And it doesn't matter how hard she tries. And so she says that, and things have gotten worse. And I don't know if she was saying this to like try to get him to stick up for her because I feel like that's where this going. But Ted tells her, look, Kat is a great person, okay? But it does take her a while to open up to outsiders. So of course, he was like, outsider? Yeah, they don't know you. You're just working for them. But he's like, no, I didn't mean it like that. You're not an outsider to me or Nicole. But to Kat, she wasn't there to witness the amazing job that you did. So, at Nicole's little banquet or whatever, gala. And so Ted then goes on to sing Kat's praises about how, she's just such a great businesswoman and he blames it on being overworked and overprotected. He also admits that, they've spoiled her a little bit and she's very much a daddy's girl, which you can tell hurts Eva. Because we know that she wants that, right? And so Eva tells Ted she understands Kat's reservations because they come from two different worlds. And Ted tells her, no, but you're resourceful and you're driven. And Eva says, she wishes that Kat would see her in the same way. And Ted brings up how, well, unfortunately, we haven't really exposed Kat to that much outside of Fairmont Crest. And Eva thinks, that somehow this means Ted is taking her side. And he said, that's not what I said. He said, I would just want everybody to chill the hell out. I want my home to be a sanctuary. I want there to be peace. And so if that's what I need to do, I'll go talk to Kat. And then she's like, please don't. I don't want to make things worse. She already don't like me, which I think was very smart on Eva's part. And so, he vows to keep it a secret. And, they do the secret buddy handshake. And, of course, she feels a little bit closer to her father. Then we go back to Uptown where Kat is telling Eva that, telling Anna, Okay. That Eva is overly involved in her parents' lives. And Anna was like, well, give me an example. And Kat points out that she's always got her hands in things outside of her duties. Okay. And so Anna blames it on Eva being diligent as she assumes Kat is managing her father's practice. And Kat tells her, look, if you want to tell Eva something, give her this message. All right. Um, she needs to respect the boundaries of her job and not cross so many lines. All right. And then we see Ted walk in and he sees Anna, Leslie, Dana, Sherry talking to Kat. I know that was a lot. All right. Then Jacob goes to talk to Elon, his daddy, the police chief, and he lets him know that Malone's been acting weird, and he wants to know if realistically did he go talk to him, and because he don't like that, and his father's like, no, I ain't say nothing, and he's like, Dad, I don't believe you, and finally his dad's like, look, leave it the hell alone, or I'll assign Malone to somebody else, and so Jacob is confusion, and it's like I don't understand. What am I supposed to leave alone? So I ain't even mad at Jacob, but do what your daddy said because you didn't listen the first time. So Smitty tells Martin, we're still are we at Offrey's or are we still at Uptown? I think they're still at Offrey's. So Smitty tells Martin how much he loves journalism and even imagines being assigned to investigate his campaign if he does run. Martin doesn't think that could ever happen because it's a conflict of interest. And I think they're giving us a little preview that that's probably going to happen. Okay. And so Martin tells him that he knows everything about his past. And Smitty tells him, well, basically don't give anybody, myself or anyone else, a reason to start digging. Back at Danny's house, Nicole tells Danny all her feelings are valid. And she's definitely in her therapist bag at this point. And she needs to explore her feelings. And so they attempt role playing and her going on a date. And Danny isn't interested in playing along. And Nicole knows that, basically they have a long way to go. She asked her if she really wants Bill or does she just want him because she can't have him. And she basically makes it seem like this is a pattern for Danny where she goes after things that aren't available to her or seem unobtainable. Because that's what she likes to do. She likes to prove people wrong, I guess. She's determined. All right. And so, basically Danny says she doesn't remember any of the bad times with Bill. And she would take Bill back in a heartbeat. And she doesn't think she'll ever get over him. And that broke my heart. Because I need Danny to do better. It's really giving it's giving Nikki Newman. It's giving Nikki Newman. And I don't know for y'all young and the restless heads out there. I think Nikki even got to a point because isn't that when she started messing with Jack or somebody else? But I think Nikki even got to a point where she was done with Victor's foolishness, and he came, per usual, he came after her again. But I think even she was a little bit hipper than Danny. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, okay? So back at Uptown, Naomi lets Haley know that, look, I'm smarter than you. Okay. You're kind of a ditz. She didn't say that I am. And the fact, and basically the facts are on my side and my client's side. Haley lets her know that, she came to talk to her out of respect for their friendship. And she let her know that, she's standing beside Bill and plans to take her down. And Naomi said, bring it on, bitch. I said, no, bring it. Okay. And so then, Martin and Smitty get home and they see Samantha. She's acting real suspicious. It was a lot of suspiciousness going on this episode, okay? And they ask about Tyrell and his whereabouts, and Tyrell shows up and comes downstairs with a black eye. So, of course, I imagine if there was an episode today, we're going to pick that up, right? Eva's staring at a photo of Ted and Nicole, and then she ends up seeing her mother, which traumatizes her, and she ends up getting emotional about it. And like I said, I think that we've already come to the conclusion that these two, Eva and Leslie, are going to end up, in my opinion, turning on each other. Because Leslie has her plan where Eva values having a relationship with Ted a little bit more and having the family dynamic that she did not necessarily have. Anna, Sherry, Dana, Leslie, tells Kat that she was trying to help Eva out, but she's clearly too close-minded to give Eva a chance, and tells her, you know what, it's your loss. So Kat tells her that Eva might have gotten over on her, but I think you should be careful as well. And that's why I say I think they're already letting us know these two are going to fall out. And so Anna tells her they have nothing more to discuss. And once she leaves, we see Ted pop up out of the bushes. Hey, what you doing? Why you over there talking to my daughter? Trying to with her too? And yeah, and then they cut it off, yeah. But it was a good episode. I don't know. What do y'all think? I the only one that thought that maybe Leslie saw the camera on Kat's phone and thinks that she could have possibly, now she's aware of what she's doing and she's gonna warn Eva. Um, and maybe I'm wrong. I just wanted to know if I was the only one that thought, because I felt like she kind of looked at it before they ended the conversation, but who knows? But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all thought about episode 22 of Beyond the Gates. If you guys have not already, do me a favor. I appreciate all of y'all. Let me just start off by saying I so appreciate the support that I'm getting from doing Beyond the Gates and just in general for the channel, me and my sister. So thank y'all so much. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit the like button. Please make sure that you guys comment as well, because like I said, I read all the comments. We be in here, we be having conversations. Love it. It makes me anxious to come up here and give you these recaps so I can get your opinions on your thoughts of what you thought about the episode. Make sure that you guys are subscribed as well. Subscribe if you like the vibe, okay? And yeah, y'all, and make sure that you hit the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping these recaps, and when we have a day like today where I was gonna give you a double header and now I gotta, I guess, wait until they drop it on the CBS.com, because I'm not paying for Paramount. I'm just not. Okay. But yeah, y'all, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Make sure you go follow us on all the platforms: Blue Sky, TikTok, IG, and Facebook. And I promise I'm going to work this weekend on, I'm overdue and owe y'all some birthday stuff on all of the social media platforms. And I have just been so busy. Because as y'all see, we're behind on Sipping Shades as well. I haven't been able to get that stuff uploaded. So that's why I'm maybe be working on this weekend, honestly, while Nels is away, and managing getting these shows done and out to y'all in a timely fashion while she's gone. So yeah, appreciate y'all, love y'all. And hopefully I'll catch you for episode 23 later today. But if not, I'll definitely drop it tomorrow. And yeah, y'all have a good weekend. Be safe and enjoy the weather if it is nice wherever you are. And yeah, be blessed. Have a good one. Bye bye.